William and Avery met during a rainy autumn in London. He was a freelance photographer, capturing the city's fleeting moments. She worked at a boutique art gallery creating exhibits for the elite. Their first encounter was anything but ordinary. Avery had slipped on wet pavement outside Covent Garden, spilling her coffee across William's camera bag. Apologies turned into laughter, then into dinner, and within months into a shared flat near the Thames. For 3 years, their love felt unshakable, built on late-night conversations and a mutual obsession with vintage jazz records. But cracks began to form after Avery's promotion. Her hours stretched later, her texts grew colder, and the jazz records collected dust. William noticed subtle shifts, a new perfume, sudden business trips to Edinburgh, and a lingering hesitation whenever he touched her shoulder. She blamed stress, and he believed her until the night of the art auction. Avery had insisted William attend as her plus one, a rare invitation since her promotion. The event was lavish, filled with champagne towers and abstract sculptures. Midway through the evening, a silver-haired man named Victor, a collector from Zurich, approached Avery. His hand lingered on her waist as they discussed a private viewing of his latest acquisition. William watched from across the room, his gut twisting as Avery laughed too brightly at Victor's jokes. Later, while Avery schmoozed with donors, William wandered into a dimly lit corridor lined with avant-garde installations. One piece caught his eye, a twisted metal sculpture titled Fragments of Truth. Nestled within its jagged edges was a small familiar object, Avery's emerald earring, the one he gifted her last anniversary. His blood ran cold. She'd claimed to lose it weeks ago during a team-building retreat. Before he could confront her, Victor's voice echoed from a nearby alcove. William pressed himself against the wall, heart pounding, as the collector murmured, "You still haven't told him, have you?" Edinburgh was just the beginning. Avery's reply was a whisper, but her tone, soft, intimate, sliced deeper than any lie. That night, William feigned sleep as Avery slipped into bed, smelling of cigars and bergamot, a scent he'd never associated with her. At dawn, he scoured her laptop, finding nothing but spreadsheets and gallery invoices. Desperate, he revisited the sculpture, only to discover the earring was gone. A week later, fate intervened. During a shoot at Hyde Park, William captured a candid shot of a couple arguing beneath a willow tree. Zooming in, he froze. The woman was Avery, her face contorted in tears, gripping the arm of a man who wasn't Victor. The stranger wore a navy peacoat, his back to the camera, but the tattoo on his wrist, a serpent coiled around an anchor, matched one William had seen in Avery's cryptic sketchbook. He confronted her that evening, the photo displayed on his tablet. Avery's mask crumbled. She confessed to an affair, not with Victor, but with Liam, a struggling sculptor she'd met at a gallery opening. The emerald earring had been left at Liam's studio. Victor was merely a decoy to throw William off. "It wasn't planned," she pleaded, but William was already packing his bags. As he left, Avery hurled one final secret. She was pregnant. The child, she insisted, could still be his. William slammed the door, unsure of everything except the ache in his chest. The next morning, William awoke in a friend's spare bedroom, his mind racing. He replayed every moment. Avery's late nights, her sudden interest in sculpture workshops, the way she'd flinch when his phone buzzed. Had he missed the signs, or had she mastered the art of deception? Determined to uncover the full truth, he tracked down Liam's studio, a gritty loft in Shoreditch. Posing as a potential buyer, William browsed abstract metalworks until he spotted it. A sculpture titled Guilt, its surface etched with faint initials C+L. His hands trembled as he photographed the piece, but Liam appeared before he could leave. The sculptor, all leather jackets and arrogance, smirked when William mentioned Avery. "She's a muse," Liam drawled, lighting a cigarette. "Pity you couldn't keep her interested." The confrontation turned physical, ending with Liam's nose bloodied and William fleeing into the rain. Days later, a package arrived at William's temporary flat, a small box containing the emerald earring and a note. "You win, but she'll never love you like she loves chaos." Enraged, William stormed to Avery's gallery, only to find Victor there, smugly adjusting a painting of tangled lovers. Ah, the cuckold, Victor sneered. Avery's tastes are expensive. Pity you couldn't afford them. William's recklessness peaked at a private gallery event. He publicly accused Avery of infidelity, brandishing photos of her with Liam and Victor. The crowd erupted in whispers as Avery, pale but defiant, declared, "You're obsessed with ghosts." Security dragged William out, but not before he spotted tears in her eyes. Or were they? A month passed. Avery's pregnancy was confirmed, but paternity tests remained inconclusive. William, now living in a cramped studio, threw himself into his work. During a shoot at a riverside cafe, he noticed a familiar figure, Liam, arm in arm with a redhead. William followed them, snapping photos, until Liam spotted him. "Still chasing shadows?" the sculptor taunted. "A's gone. Ran off to Madrid with Victor. Even I was a rebound." The revelation struck like a gut punch. That night, William scoured flight manifests online, finding Avery's name on a Madrid-bound list. He drunk dialed her, but the number was disconnected. In a fit of grief, he smashed his camera, the same one that had captured their first meeting. Months later, William received a letter postmarked from Spain. Avery's handwriting, once beloved, now felt toxic. "I'm sorry," she wrote. "The baby isn't yours. I thought, it doesn't matter. Forgive me." Enclosed was a photo of her, Victor, and a newborn. A perfect twisted tableau. William burned the letter, watching the embers dissolve into ash. He'd never have answers, only scars. But as spring arrived, he found himself at a new gallery opening, camera in hand. The first shot he took was of a couple laughing, a man adjusting his partner's scarf, her eyes crinkling with genuine joy. For the first time in months, William smiled. Avery's story ended in tabloid scandals and a messy divorce from Victor. William's, however, quietly unfolded. A series of exhibitions, a best-selling photo book on fractured love, and eventually a tentative coffee date with a woman who hated jazz, but adored honesty. The betrayal still haunted him, but no longer defined him. Some truths, he realized, were better left fragmented. Cheating Secrets podcast like me